So we've reached day 3 of our work for reading this week, and you are ready to finish the second half of the first read. So yesterday you would have read till about 43. Now you're going to read all the way down to the very end, which is number 87, which ends with the line, "And my dream came true." See, this is a pretty interesting story. It's a graphic novel about Ezekiel Johnson and his journey west and how he got there in kind of an unusual way. Now, when you get to this point in the assignment, your last part that you need to do is you need to develop vocabulary. At the beginning, yesterday, we previewed vocabulary and we read. Now it's time to develop. So in the develop vocabulary section, when I click on it, you're going to notice that there's some instructions here, and it just simply says that in historical fiction, authors use specific words to help readers visualize or see people, places, or events in a story. Now it's your turn. So let's take a second to look at the word. If a person needs provisions, he or she needs what? So think about the story. If you need provisions, then what did Ezekiel Johnson need in order to go west? That's what you're going to put right there inside of this notebook response. For number 2, it's the same type of thing. You're still doing provisions. You're listing 2 things that people would need. And I always think of provisions like supplies. So if a person needs provisions, what are 2 supplies that they would need in order to move on? Then it says next, she described the rocky terrain as... And that's what you do. You're going to give 2 descriptions of the rocky terrain. Now, don't just be silly and say it was rocky. But you could do more than just saying a rocky terrain. Imagine yourself out on a rocky terrain. How would you describe it? If you could look over this rocky terrain, what words would you use? Next one is they reached a settlement. Or what? I mean, what is a settlement? Let's come up with 2 places that could describe, or synonyms that could describe a settlement. And the last one is, the last 2 are oblige, which it says he wanted to oblige his new neighbors by what? He wanted to oblige them. Think back to the meaning of that word. It's thank you. It shows gratitude, and they wanted to show that. He wanted to show that by doing what? How would you show your new neighbors that you are thankful for them? Think of 2 ways. And then the bandits crept up to the campsite and did what? I mean, what do bandits do? I mean, think about that for just a moment. I mean, don't think of it like bandits as supervillains. That's not really what they are. But bandits, as they creep up to a campsite, what would they do? See, these are the answers that you need to complete for develop vocabulary. If you have any questions, join one of your teachers at their Google Meets at 2 o'clock, or just ask a question on the question page. If you have issues with it actually pulling up, feel free to shoot a Google Hangout my way. If not, good luck and have a great day.